Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about Infamous Second Son because I just completed the game about 10 minutes ago. Um, I chose to complete the game on the good karma way, so I done the good playthrough and then I watched the evil ending and the evil cutscenes on YouTube after I completed the good ending and completed the game, just so I could get a feel for both playthroughs. Firstly, let me just say the first two Infamous games I played through on the evil way because I really enjoyed having that all that power and being able to just make people cower at your feet and just. A lot of people say they don't like to use the evil way. I see in comments on YouTube, but I thought it was just great to be like this evil villain with all this power that people are running in fear from, that you can just like blast people out your way if they get in your way and they annoy you. And I loved playing through it. So I played through the first two games on the evil playthroughs, and I just want to make one point, and it's probably my biggest disappointment with this game and with the previous two games, this whole franchise really. So the game is based around a karma system where you can do good things to become a hero, or do evil things to become a villain. Now the main storyline, there'll be different. The main storyline will kind of turn out pretty much the same throughout the story, but with a different ending. But it'll affect the world, and different choices will affect you and how you play the game and what powers you get and stuff. But the endings are quite different, especially in the second game. There's like and just for anyone who's watching this who hasn't played, this will be a spoiler discussion, so please turn off now if you don't want any spoilers. But for example, in the second game, the ending is pretty much, if you do the good ending, you are you save everyone from the beast, and Cole ends up dying, and all the conduits around the world die. The evil ending, which is what I played through, you end up helping the beast destroy all of humanity and in that kind of city, and save all the conduits. And then at the end, the beast decides that he can't do it anymore. It's weighing too much on him, and he decides to destroy himself and effectively give Cole McGrath all his powers and turn him into the beast. And then Cole becomes the beast, and the ending is Cole taking all the new conduits and taking over the cities around the world. So for example, if you take that ending, then going into Infamous Second Son, I would expect there to be this evil tyrant in this next game, Cole McGrath, who, if I'm playing as someone else, would have been quite cool if, for example, Cole was the evil guy in this game, and you had to play as Delson and try and take Cole down and try and stop this conduit uprising. But the developers have decided that no, we're only going to let you see the story through the good way. So basically, they choose, every game starts off where the good ending of each game finishes. So you can see that, for example, Cole dies in the second game on the good ending, and he takes over the world essentially in the evil ending. So it's quite different, like if someone plays through in the evil ending, and they basically just told that, oh, all your hours that you put into that game, just have to ignore them and pretend they didn't happen, then go into the next game. There's no such thing as like an evil Cole McGrath taking over the world. Just ignore that. It never happened. So that really pisses me off, because when you base a game around when you base the whole game around like this choice and this choice system, what is the point in having this choice system if you're just gonna make one choice invalid? Because what happens in my games that I've played through, and it's basically forced me to play this Second Son as the good Delson rather than the evil one. And after watching the evil ending, it's pretty sick, and I really wanted to play it. I'm gonna play it through it again on Evil because I love that, but I kind of felt like a bit cheated, like here you can choose to be good or evil, yeah, and then you buy our next game, and you have to start off where the good ending ended, even if you chose our evil path. And I'm like, well, why can't you do something like where you bring through like my saved data in some way so you can see how I finished the last game, and you can make Infamous Second Son or Infamous 2 start off and from my evil position and what happened there, and give me a different story to someone who's gonna play through as the good way, because that's the way I want it. I don't want to have a new story every time. I want all these events that have happened in this world to continue through and make it feel like that there really is this huge conduit event. There is this global phenomenon taking over the world, these conduits rising up, these people like X-Men with powers. I don't want to start every game like, okay, so forget about the last game, nothing happened there, and this is what you're going to do in this game. I don't like that. So that really is just the one big point I wanted to get out of the way first, because pretty much I don't have any other negative things about the games. Infamous Second Son, let's start off with the graphics, because a lot of people care about that, and it's probably the most noticeable thing when you look at that game. It's probably the best looking game ever made. Everything about the game is just phenomenal. I never once had one bit where I was like, well, that bit doesn't look as good as the rest of the game. Everything looks phenomenal. It's just breathtaking. There are certain moments in the game where the neon lights reflecting in puddles and stuff is just amazing. The only thing I would say is sometimes the water on the floor when Delson runs, there's not like a little splash on it. I've noticed that. If he like runs over a puddle, there's no splash. It's as if it's just like a sticker on the ground. So that was the only thing that caught my eye, but it's really minor. The game is unbelievably beautiful. Delson's animations as well, fantastic. Every bit of detail and the weather effects, it just all creates this amazing, highly detailed world. And I guess because it's not like the biggest open game in the world that was possible, I'd like to see, like when the PS4 does a game like with the size of Skyrim or something, or Far Cry 3, I'd like to see like how they're going to look, if they're going to be able to match Infamous's amazing standards that they've set. Gameplay wise with Infamous games, I never have to worry about that, because one thing I will always say about gaming is the most important thing for me when I'm picking up a game is I want to pick it up, I want to put it in whatever console I'm playing on, and I want to have fun. I don't want to be stressing out or be angry at it. I don't want to be annoyed. I just want to have fun. Even if it's a really deep story like The Last of Us, I want to enjoy. It's like weird. I want to enjoy being sad at times. I want to go through it and enjoy the experience of feeling these sad emotions at times. I want to enjoy playing the game. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like, oh god, I need to go and do this car chase over here, and I really hate car chases. It's just I need to stand in the car and I need to get from checkpoint A to checkpoint B, and it's going to be really annoying, and I'm not going to have a choice in it. I just love the Infamous, every part of the gameplay, with every powers in the game. You've got especially the video powers. I love the video powers. That's my favourite one from the new powers. All the powers just they work amazing in this world, and it's really amazing when you get these new powers and you find out, wow, so that's why that's amazing. Before I only used to look at the world with the smoke, with events and everything. I thought that was amazing. Then when I get the neon powers, I think, wow, I can just run up the walls and stuff. That's amazing. Or I can drain neon from this. I can do different powers. It's so good the way they've managed to incorporate the gameplay into this world, and everything about it, from fighting, exploring the world, just running around, hovering around, shooting up walls, everything from searching for collectibles to the different types of missions. Everything feels perfect. There's not one thing that feels annoying to do. It's the one thing I'll say about Infamous games is they're probably the best pure gameplay experiences I've ever had in my life. I've never played a game, when you talk about pure gameplay experiences, I'm talking about, for example, when you look at the original Mario, you would not change that formula. It would just be the same formula with updated graphics, and it would be, if you're making a new Mario game, you don't need to change it, because the exact amount of gravity on Mario jumping and landing, his floating in the air, his movement is just perfect. And it's like that with the Infamous games. They just feel so fun to control. You literally just find yourself watching your laptop at the side and just looking at the screen and before you do your next mission, and just for about half an hour you've just been floating around the city, just having fun, just running up walls and stuff. It is so perfect, the gameplay, as a pure gameplay experience. I don't think anything else can touch it, and I really think they need to be commended for that, because a lot of games, they're stiff and they're rigid, and they just don't have that experience. Onto the story, I think the story is. I've watched places like IGN, Podcast Beyond. They've said they're not too happy with it, and like I said, yeah, my point is about the first point I made. The negative thing about if what the events of Infamous 2 happen, then why am I not, why is my story not implementing that? That disappoints me. If this was just an Infamous game and the other two hadn't occurred, then the story I would have found quite enjoyable. I really liked the Delsin and Augustine chemistry. I thought that was really good, the way it was done, and I really like the fact what you find out about Augustine, about how what she's doing is wrong, but she doesn't realise it. She is trying to do what she believes is best for them, for conduits like herself and Delsin. There's not. It seemed to be quite quick, the main story. I mean, I've been playing the game quite a lot, but a lot of what I've been doing is side missions. It seemed to be pretty much just, oh wow, they've attacked her, I need to go and get her powers to save her, and that's pretty much it. There wasn't like a lot of depth to the story like there was with the other two. They didn't have a few like outrageous characters, like the other ones did, who are these super conduits who, had these backstories and stuff that you wanted to go in and learn more about and stuff. So that was disappointing. The story, though, on its own is quite good. It does what it has to do, but I feel like it was let down by the fact that they didn't mention anything about the previous events of the other two games. I'd think that would be when Delsin and Augustine are having these discussions. She's talking about how, like, a few years back, she was trying to protect conduits after what happened to her and stuff, and I'm a bit like, don't understand why she didn't mention about, like, oh, and there was this guy called McGrath, and he went crazy and done all this stuff, and so I had to, protect the conduits. That's another reason why I had to protect them. I'm a bit, like, why was that never mentioned? Why did Reggie, Delsin's brother, never say, look what happened in Numerace or something, with that crazy conduit called McGrath, even just, like, saying something like that to Delsin, like, look what happened with him, yeah, his powers got out of control and he didn't know how to handle them. That's why you shouldn't think of this as a joke, Delsin. Things like that. They could have, just little sentences that could have been implemented would have made the story feel more attached to those other games. Yeah, but overall, as a whole, Infamous Second Son, I'd definitely say, along with Assassin's Creed Black Flag? oh shit. No, just ignore that. Assassin's Creed Black... Oh shit. Okay, guys, don't hate on me. Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Infamous Second Son, I'd probably say are the two best games for the PlayStation 4. Infamous is definitely probably the number one experience for the PlayStation 4. It'll let you see what is to come, basically, with your purchase, and you'll understand where we're going with this new console. I'm definitely excited for the next Infamous game now. I really hope that they do keep Delson, and they explore and continue his story. I've got a feeling though, for some reason, I've just got a feeling that the next one will be an entirely new character again, and I think what they're going to do is make each game like a new character, like an Assassin's Creed type system, you know, where it's a different timeline, different character. I've got a feeling that's the way they're going to go with it now, which could be cool as well. But yeah, Infamous Second Son, if I was going to be honest about it, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I absolutely love the game. And when I say that, I'm not like IGN, I'm not quick to give things 9s and stuff, you know, so that's like a high score for me. But yeah, I definitely think it's worth picking up, guys, and everyone who's played the game and completed it as well, please comment and let me know how you feel about it, because I've been hearing a little bit of mixed reviews. About 80% is positive, then I've been hearing that 20% who are a little bit disappointed. No, they don't think the game's bad, but they're just a little bit disappointed that, you know, there wasn't anything really about Cole there in the previous games, you know, and that's what IGN were talking about as well. That was their biggest disappointment. So thanks for listening, guys. If you like these little kind of chat things, I done one with the Wii U and stuff, and you have any suggestions for different topics that I could chat about, then please let me know in the comments. Also, I'm setting up a Time Splitter Chimp Facebook account, because when I get back from work, guys, please don't think I'm being rude, I just don't have the time to go through all the YouTube stuff. So sometimes, you know, at work I can check my Facebook and I can reply to you guys on there, and that'll be a better way for me to communicate with you guys and talk about what videos you want me to put out and what's going to come out, and what you'd like to see, and just discuss things generally with you, you know, because sometimes I'll get back and I'll just delete. I'll have like a full inbox of YouTube notifications, so I'll just delete them all, and then I'll scan over my most recent videos and just answer a few questions, and then, you know, a lot of the time I'll end up missing people that way. So please don't think I'm being rude, you know. It's just by the time I get back from work, I've got to spend time with my children, you know, and then I've got like a small window before I need to go to sleep, which I kind of extend till like 3-4 in the morning sometimes, which I shouldn't be doing, and to play games or whatever other hobbies I've got, you know, which, you know, you can also talk to me on the Facebook about. And this isn't my actual Facebook where I've got like my friends and family on. This is a separate thing that I'm trying to keep linked to my YouTube account, so it's a way for my YouTube subscribers to get in touch with me and speak to me and ask me stuff that they want to ask me about, or just chat with me in general. And you know, I can be a bit more personal with you guys on there. So please go and like the page or whatever it is. I don't know if it's a like page or subscribe, but I need to go and check that. I just created it like about half an hour ago. So you guys please check that out and do that. Comment, rate, subscribe, help me out with this channel. You know, I'm trying to get it to be bigger so I can do a lot more stuff with it. And thanks for listening. See you guys later.